So I'm starting with the boilerplate HTML code, and I've already attached my style.css, and in here I've defined a font, so I'm using Poppins for this one, and I've also defined 5 colors, and I've also added the margin and padding with 0 and box sizing of border box. Okay, now let's start the HTML. So first I will write a class called form, and inside that I will have a form. I will remove the action, we don't need the action. So first I will target the form title, and inside I will write a spam with sign in. This will be our header or the title, and after that we will target the form group. So let me add a class called form group, and let me write a level. So for the first one I will have a number. Let me just write number over here, and it will have a input type. I will using text over here. You can also use number, but I'm using text. And let me have a placeholder with 10 digits number. Okay, we have 10 digits number here, so I'm writing 10 digits number. And let me just copy this entire block because I need another one for the password. So I will just copy this form group and with paste again. And let me just change the values to password. So this is for label is for password, and same here. Also I need the type to be password, and let me just add a placeholder saying your password. Okay, nothing fancy guys, it's quite normal and quite simple. And lastly I will add a button. So button, and I will have a span with login. Okay, this is our HTML part, and I think it's really simple. You can see if I save, you can see the HTML over there. As I have margin 0 and padding 0, you can see there's no margin or padding. So first I will target the body of our HTML, and in body I will define let me start with minimum height of 100 VH. So I will also cover this with full screen, and having a display flex, justify content center, and align item center. This will make everything in the center, you can see in the screen. So now let me just target the font family, and I will give Poppins and a default with sans serif. So this is our font family. You can see the font got changed. And finally I will add a background. So I'm using variables over here, so I will use the first color, so color 1. So this will be our background. And now let me just target the form class, so dot form. Now inside form we will define the height first, so height auto, and we will have a width of 380px. Then we will have a padding of 30px. So now for the background I will have a background, and I will use the second color, so color 2 for the background, and you can see the color is looking good. Now let's add a border radius of 2 rem, and after that we will add a margin, so margin of 10px. So we are doing like this, and after that let me add a box shadow also of 0, 1px, 10px and 0, and RGBA color of 0, 0, 0.2. You can see a slight border radius over there, and let me just have a transition of 0.35 second and ease in. So good with the form class. Now let's define the actual form. So form, and in here we will have height of 100% and width of 100%. We'll cover the entire form class, and after that we will have a background of fad color 3. So don't worry, it will not look like this later, we will change it. And let's have a border radius of 1 rem, and padding 30px and 20px. After that we'll have a box shadow. We'll have same value as above, so 0, 1px, 10px, RGBA of 000.2. and let's have a position of relative. So this is it for the form, and let me just target the form title now. So in form title we will have a padding of 1 rem and 0, and for the title spam, so form title, and the spam will have a font size. Font size I will give 1.5 rem, and font width will be bold. With a color I need the, I think let me choose the 4th color. So okay, now before going forward let me just change this, and let me just add a new class, so dot form and form before. So in here we will first target the position with absolute, giving a content of empty content, the top value will be 0 and the left value will be 0, and we will have the full width, so width is equal to 100%, and height also let me have 100%. Okay, so both height and width 100%, and have a background of, let me add the second color. So this is our form pseudo element, so this is covering everything. Now we will add a z index of -5, and after that we will have a magic, so we will have a transform, and we will do skew y, and let me add 30 degree. The element is looking good but not in the proper position, so let me add a z index in the form also. So for here I will add z index of 5. Now you can see that our pseudo element is in the proper position. Just we need to remove the extra part, so overflow hidden, and it's looking good now. So let me also add a transition in the pseudo element. So we will have a transition of, so let's add transition and 0.35 second with ease in. We will do this later, but let me just add transition for now. And so we are done with this part. So let me target the from group now. So form group will have a padding, let me add a padding of 20 px and 0, and we will also have the next one with form group and having the label. So here we will set the font size first. So let's have a font size, and let me just have 0.8 rem. Let it be 1 rem for now, we will change later. And let me also have a font width of bold, and also the color would be where, and I will choose the 4th color. So this will be our level, and after that we will target the inputs. So let me just copy this and paste over here, and let me just write the input, and we'll define the input. So let's start with the border. We'll have the none border, and also for the width we'll have 100% width. We can see anything properly, but we'll do that later. Let me have an outline of 1.5 px solid, and where we will have the 3rd color. You can see we have outline. After that we will have a display of block. So next we will target the border radius. Let's have 10 px border radius, and have a padding of 1 rem and 1.4 rem. Okay, this is looking good. And let's have a font size of also 1.2 rem. This will be our input, and you can see it's looking good, but we need to change the level. Let me just reduce the value to 0.8. Now it's looking good, and our input is also looking good. So let me target the next one, that is the button. So for the button we will add the button. If you think this video is helping you, then please like the video, please share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, as I will also share more videos like this in the future. So coming to the button, we will have display block and width of 100%, and have a padding of 1 rem and 2.5 rem. And after that we will have a margin top value of 2.2 rem. So you can see if I save it now, we will get an extra space, and that's okay. So after that let me just target the outline. So for outline we'll have none, and for the border we'll also have none. So next target the font size. Let me add 1.2 rem. Let me increase to 1.5 rem now, and this is looking good. Now we will have a gradient background for the button, but before that let me just write the default color, and it will be the first color that we are using, so var color 1. So this will be our default color if the gradient does not work in different browsers. Now let's add a border radius of 2 rem. So we will have a rounded button. Now let's make sure that it's actually a button. So for that we will have a cursor of pointer. Okay. Now I think I forgot to make it a gradient background, so let me just add the values for that. So just above the border radius we'll have a background, and let me just write WebKit linear gradient and to right. So comma, I will give the colors now. So where I will give the first color, it's color 1, and comma I will give the Let me give the third color, so color 3. This 2 will be my gradient colors, and let me just give a space and in 2 lines you can see it properly now. And I will add also one for the linear gradient without the WebKit, and now you can see that we have a gradient color. Let me just change the color to var color 2, the white color, and you can see our login form is now good. So this is our form with a gradient background, and we can see that it's looking really good. The animations are not yet, but we will do that later. Let's also have a box shadow of 1px, 1px, 15px and 1px with RGB color, and you can see there's light box shadow outside the button. And finally we will have a transition of 0.5 second, and let me add is out. This will have the hover effect, so we'll have a transition for that. Finally let's add a position of relative. So this is our button, guys. So I hope you're okay with the button, and let me just target the next part. So for the next we will have form button, and let me just do the spam. So I'm doing this extra because if you want to change the color later also you can do that. Let's have a z index of 2, and then let me target the form button, and we'll have the after. In after we will have a pseudo element that will cover the entire button, and it will give a different color and feel. So for that let me just do this: position absolute, content null, top and left value of 0, width also 0, and need the height with 100%. It will cover it entirely. And then let's have a background, and let me choose the red color, color 4. So, and transition of, let me add transition of all with 0.35 second, and is out. We won't be able to see it at the moment. I will create the hover effect, then we will see the after. So next we will target the, let's target the dot form and button hover. So when we will hover the button, we will change the color to var 2. So you can do this with different color also. I am just using the white color for now. And let me also add the form dot button. Sorry, it won't be dot button, just a button, and after that hover and after. So we will have the width of 100, and on hovering it you can see it's covering everything with red color, and this is what we want. But let me just remove something, and let me just add a border radius of 2 rem so that the overflow is also having a rounded corners. And after that let me just remove the extra part. So here we will add overflow of hidden in the button, and I can see it's properly overflowing that, and the animation is really good. It's covering entirely on hovering. If you want to change the color after the hover, you can also do like that. I'm just using the white color because it's okay with my color palette. Your color palette might be different, so I'm adding that over there so you can change. And finally let me add the form hover and button b4. So every time we'll have a hovering the form, we will change the animation of that skew element. So you can see, just doing like this, we have our animated form done. It's looking really good, and you can use this in your projects. And I hope guys you like this project. You can have different color schemes and it will look really good. This is our animated form, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video friends, please give a like and please subscribe to my channel and give your feedback. So now you can see the responsiveness of this. If I just change it to a mobile device, you can see this is looking really good, and in tablet also this is looking good. So this is mobile and tablet friendly. You can use this project friends like this. And thanks again for watching this video, and if you do like this video guys, please give a like and comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Let's meet in the next video and we will do another project.